Welcome to my channel, USA News States. If you follow immigration updates in the United States, today's discussion is something you definitely don't want to miss. Because right now, immigration policy conversations are happening across Washington, and many immigrants are trying to understand what it could mean for their future cases. Before we start, make sure you subscribe to US News States, because on this channel we break down important US immigration news in simple and clear language so you can stay informed without confusion. Now here's what's happening. In recent weeks, lawmakers and policy officials in the United States have been discussing several immigration issues, especially related to court backlogs, asylum processing, and the future of certain visa programs. Many immigration courts across the country are facing a massive backlog. In fact, millions of immigration cases are currently waiting for hearings. This means that some immigrants are waiting years just to get a decision about their status. And because of this situation, policymakers and immigration experts are now talking about possible changes to improve the system. For example, one major topic being discussed is how immigration courts could process cases faster. Some experts believe the system needs more judges, more resources, and better technology so cases can move more quickly. Another topic that keeps coming up is asylum processing. Thousands of migrants arrive every month asking for protection, and the government is trying to find ways to review those cases more efficiently while still following U.S. law. Now, this does not automatically mean new laws have been passed yet, but discussions like these often shape future immigration policies. That's why many immigration lawyers are watching these conversations closely, because any change in policy could affect future applicants, visa holders, or people waiting for immigration court decisions. And this is exactly why staying informed is so important. If you or someone you know is currently going through the immigration process, understanding how these discussions work can help you prepare for possible changes in the future. And in the next part of this video, we're going to look at what immigration experts are saying about the current system, why the backlog has grown so large, and what possible solutions are being discussed right now. So keep watching, because the next section explains something that many immigrants in the United States are worried about right now. Because the immigration court backlog has become one of the biggest challenges in the U.S. immigration system today. According to immigration experts, one of the main reasons behind the growing backlog is the number of new cases entering the system every year. Thousands of new cases are filed regularly, but the number of immigration judges has not increased at the same speed. That means more cases are entering the system than the courts can actually process. Some reports suggest that in certain cities, people may wait several years before their immigration hearing even begins. And during that waiting period, many immigrants continue working, supporting their families, and trying to build a stable life in the United States while their legal status is still pending. Because of this situation, policy discussions in Washington have started focusing on possible solutions. One proposal that experts often mention is increasing the number of immigration judges and court staff. If more judges are added to the system, cases could move faster and waiting times might be reduced. Another idea being discussed is improving digital processing systems, so immigration paperwork can move through the system more efficiently. Some officials believe that better technology could help reduce administrative delays that slow down many cases. At the same time, immigration lawyers are advising applicants not to panic when they hear about policy discussions like these. Conversations about immigration reform happen regularly, and not every discussion immediately turns into a new law. What matters most for applicants right now is staying updated and making sure their paperwork, documents, and case information remain accurate and complete. And this is exactly why channels like US News States exist, to help break down complicated immigration discussions into clear and simple updates that everyone can understand. Now, in the next part of this video, we'll talk about how these immigration court delays can affect different types of cases, including asylum applicants, visa holders, and people waiting for immigration decisions. So stay with us, because the next section explains something many immigrants don't realize about how court delays can impact their future status in the United States. How court delays can impact their future status in the United States. Because for many immigrants, immigration court delays are not just about waiting longer. They can actually affect important life decisions. For example, some people may be waiting for years to receive a final decision on their asylum case. During that time, they may build a life in the United States, find a job, start a family, and become part of their local community. But without a final court decision, their future status can still feel uncertain. Immigration attorneys often explain that delays in the system can create stress and confusion for applicants. Many people simply want clarity about their situation so they can plan their future with confidence. Another issue connected to court delays is work authorization. In some immigration situations, applicants may receive temporary work permits while their cases are pending. These permits allow people to work legally while waiting for their immigration hearings. However, renewals and processing times can sometimes create additional waiting periods. That's why many immigration experts say improving efficiency in the court system could benefit both immigrants and the overall immigration process in the United States. At the same time, it's important to understand that immigration law is complex and every case is different. Some cases move faster, while others require more time depending on documentation, legal review, or court schedules. For immigrants currently in the system, the most important thing is to stay informed and follow official updates from government agencies and legal professionals. And this is exactly why discussions about immigration policy continue to be such an important topic in Washington. Lawmakers, immigration experts, and policy analysts regularly debate how the system should work and how it can be improved while still following U.S. law. Now, in the next section of this video, we're going to talk about what possible immigration reforms experts believe could help reduce the backlog and make the system work more efficiently in the future. So stay with us, because the next part explains several ideas that policymakers are discussing right now that could potentially affect the immigration system in the coming years. That policymakers are discussing right now that could potentially affect the immigration system in the coming years. One idea that many policy experts talk about is expanding the number of immigration judges across the United States. Right now, the immigration court system handles an extremely large number of cases, and many experts believe that simply increasing the number of judges and court staff could help reduce the backlog over time. More judges would mean more hearings scheduled each month, which could slowly move cases forward and reduce waiting times for applicants. Another proposal often discussed involves improving digital systems within immigration courts. Many immigration lawyers say that paperwork processing still takes a long time because of administrative procedures. By modernizing technology systems, courts could review documents faster and schedule hearings more efficiently. Some policymakers have also suggested creating alternative processing systems for certain immigration cases. For example, some lower priority cases could potentially be reviewed through streamlined administrative processes rather than full court hearings. These kinds of ideas are still part of ongoing discussions, and they show how complex immigration policy can be. At the same time, immigration experts often remind applicants that policy conversations do not automatically mean immediate changes to immigration law. The U.S. immigration system follows a legal process, and major reforms usually take time before they become official policy. That's why people currently going through immigration cases should continue following the legal guidance of their attorneys and rely on official information from government agencies. And this is where staying informed becomes extremely important, because immigration policies can evolve over time, and understanding those developments can help applicants prepare for what might happen next. Now, in the next and final section of this video, we'll take a closer look at what immigrants and applicants should keep in mind moving forward, and why staying updated on immigration news could make a real difference for your future plans in the United States. So stay with us for the final part, because we're going to summarize the key points every immigrant should understand about the current immigration discussion. Every immigrant should understand about the current immigration discussion in the United States. At the end of the day, immigration policy discussions are a normal part of how the U.S. system evolves over time. Every year, lawmakers, policy experts, and government officials review the immigration system to see what improvements could help the process work more efficiently while still following the law. For immigrants currently living in the United States or going through immigration applications, the most important thing is staying calm and staying informed, because many rumors and confusing information can spread quickly online, especially on social media. That's why immigration experts always recommend checking reliable updates and understanding the difference between policy discussions and actual law changes. Right now, many of the conversations happening in Washington are focused on improving processing efficiency, reducing the immigration court backlog, and making sure the system can handle future cases more effectively. But again, discussions do not automatically mean immediate changes. If any official immigration policy changes happen, they are usually announced through government agencies like U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services and other official channels. So the best approach for immigrants and applicants is to stay updated, stay organized with their documents, and always follow trusted information sources. And that's exactly why this channel exists. Here on U.S. News States, we break down important U.S. immigration news, policy discussions, and updates so you can understand what's happening without complicated legal language. If you found this update helpful, make sure you subscribe to U.S. News States and turn on notifications so you don't miss future immigration news that could affect your plans in the United States. And if you want more clear immigration updates like this, check out the other videos on this channel where we explain U.S. immigration topics step by step. Thanks for watching, stay informed, stay positive, and we'll see you in